What's going on YouTube? Flashy here, and thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers here on the channel. I cannot thank you guys enough for all your support, whether you're leaving comments, likes, or just watching the videos and enjoying them. And to celebrate hitting 5,000 subscribers, I thought it would be fun to do another Q&A video where you guys leave some questions for me and I answer them. We did this for 2,000 subscribers, which was really not too long ago, so the fact that we already hit 5,000 is absolutely insane. But before we get into the Q&A, I just want to let you guys know that I did launch officially my brand new podcast called The Path Created. This podcast highlights the stories and experiences of content creators and entrepreneurs, so we get to take a deep dive into where they started and where they are now. If you guys are interested in listening to the podcast, the first episode did come out a few days ago. The video versions will be available right here on my channel, and if you prefer the audio version of the episodes, you can follow the Spotify. I'll link that down below in the description. But now with all that out of the way, I think it's time we get into some of these questions. And we actually have quite a few. Some of them might be a little bit similar to the other ones, but everybody that left a question, I wanted to make sure they at least got a second in the video to have it answered, as opposed to just not answering because I already answered it. So if some of them are similar, then we'll just kind of move through them. But again, to everybody that left a question, I really appreciate it. So I want to give everybody a chance for their question to appear in the video, you know? All right, first one up, Monk E. Congrats, man. Thank you very much. What is your favorite fighting game and why? This one is tough, man. I think about this question a lot, honestly, like day in and day out. I think about this question. I would have to say, if you base it off like time played and impact that it's had on my life, probably Mortal Kombat 11. I've put so much time into that game. I don't even want to look at how many hours, honestly. I know it's available on Steam. I don't want to look at how many hours I have in Mortal Kombat 11, but it's just done so much for me, right? Like, it's propelled this channel to over 5,000 subscribers, and I've got to meet and work with so many cool people in the Mortal Kombat community, in the fighting game community, just because of MK11. So it's done a lot for me, and personally, I really enjoy it. The story mode was really cool. I can still, 3 years later, after making all these videos, I can still jump into online matches and have just as much fun as I did when the game first came out. And not to mention, it's probably the fighting game that I've watched the most. I've put so much time into watching Mortal Kombat 11 tournaments and things like that. So MK11 probably, not talking about gameplay, just because strictly it's done so much for me, so much for the channel, and just hype, man. It's a really hype game. So probably Mortal Kombat 11. Next question from Christian Rogers. Have you ever thought about starting a Discord for your followers? I have, and I probably will. It's just, I've been doing this for like 4 years. I still have no idea how Discord works. Like, I use it to voice call people and send like gifts. But other than that, like running like a community page and stuff like that, I feel like I need like moderators and stuff. So if I can find somebody that I trust that will create the community for me, all the different channels, all the different text channels, show me how to work it and all that, I will definitely do it. Down the line, it will probably happen, but unfortunately, just so much on my plate right now that trying to figure out Discord after 4 years is just not going to be it, but definitely something I've thought about and will likely be happening in the near future. I also want to figure out how I can incorporate it into the YouTube videos, because my favorite thing is involving you guys, right? Like, if you guys see any of the Mortal Kombat videos, every single one starts with your guys' comments, right? Your guys' character requests. So I really love involving you guys with the videos. If I could try to figure out how to do that with Discord, then I'll definitely start to make the move for that. Next question comes from Danny Yarbrough. You're one of my favorite creations, bro. I think he means creators, but either way, it's fine. What's your Kombat League win-loss and casual win-loss? So I actually don't think I've ever played casual matches on Mortal Kombat, like player matches. I've only ever played ranked. Before Kombat League, there was just ranked. I played that. When Kombat League came out, it's all I played. But last time I checked, I think my overall win-loss is like 2,800 something wins and then like 2,500 something losses. So almost even there, but still staying on the positive side, which is a good thing. Next up, Rusty Dog 7877 asks, how about which Mortal Kombat was the first one you played? If I'm not mistaken, I got to go back into the memory bank for this one. The first Mortal Kombat game I played was Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on Sega Genesis. And the one thing I'll never forget is Scorpion and the spear. I remember I had to be like 3 years old at that point, but I just remember seeing Scorpion use the spear, the yellow ninja using the spear, and I was like, dude, this is the coolest game of all time. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Sega Genesis, probably like 1998. Next up is LEL Walrus. Congrats. Thank you very much. As for my question, I want to know, how do you never tilt? You know what's hilarious? This is probably the question I get most under all of my Mortal Kombat 11 videos. People always ask me, how do you just not get mad? And I don't know. For those that don't know, so tilting is like when you get mad at the game, right? And I feel like a lot of people tend to tilt when it comes to Mortal Kombat 11. So literally every single video is like, how are you not getting mad? How do you stay so positive? I think what it really comes down to is I'm just so happy to be making the video that whatever my opponent's doing, whether I'm getting like teabagged or spammed or whatever, it doesn't really matter to me, right? Like, I'm just excited to be making the video. I can't wait to make the video. I can't wait to edit it, and I can't wait to upload it for you guys. I think what it comes down to is, like, I don't really worry about what's happening in the game. Like, I just want to make sure that the video is good, you know? I want to make sure my commentary is good, quality is good, and at least there's something to learn from that. So, like, if my opponent's doing something, if you can learn from it, I'll probably figure out a way to spin it, you know, spin it on its own head. But yeah, it's really, I never thought that, like, that would be something that people always wonder. But all of the videos we get that question, man. It's like, how are you not getting mad? It's, I don't know, man. I really enjoy Mortal Kombat 11, and I really enjoy making the YouTube videos for it and making YouTube videos in general. So that kind of like takes precedent over me getting mad at what's going on in the game, you know? And the next question up comes from Tim Contreras. Hey, Flashy, I was going to ask if you ever thought about posting a Smash Ultimate video in your same format. I heard you say you played a lot. Assuming when you say format, it's like the live commentary style, how I do the MK11 videos. And honestly, man, I would love to put out Smash Ultimate videos. I am such a Super Smash Bros. Nerd. I watch Super Smash Bros. Like probably every day, man. I tend to watch a lot of the Super Smash Bros. Tournaments. My only thing, honestly, and I could do it too. I have a Switch. All I would need to do is get a capture card for it, so it could like hook up to my PC and I can record the gameplay. But my only concern with Smash Ultimate is I heard that Nintendo's online is not good, and obviously all of my videos are online based. But then again, I've seen people playing online. Like, I've seen online tournaments. I've seen people just playing matches online against random people, and it doesn't seem that bad. So it's definitely something I'm going to have to test out. But I do love Smash, man. I really do. And for those wondering, shout out to Ness and Mewtwo in Super Smash. Like, Ness and Mewtwo are... Those are like my Mortal Kombat characters are obviously up here, but like Ness and Mewtwo in Super Smash are like right underneath it, man. I love playing those characters. I would love to do Smash Ultimate video. My other thing about that is I'm worried that the Smash Ultimate ship might have sailed. I think the game's been out for like 4 years now, and I don't know. I'll have to like do my research and see if people are still watching Smash Ultimate videos, but I would love to. My answer to that, I would love to. There's some things I'd have to research and find out about it, and I hope the online and Nintendo is good enough, and I hope that ship hasn't sailed. So there's a lot of factors that go into if I would post Smash Ultimate, but long story short, I would love to. Next question, General of Death. What is your favorite fighter? Now, this question, I could take this a couple ways, right? Is it my favorite fighter in Mortal Kombat? Is it my favorite fighter as in like fighter game? What I'll say, what I'm assuming you mean is what is your favorite fighter in Mortal Kombat? My favorite Mortal Kombat character of all time is Scorpion, followed by Smoke, and then Noob. Next up, Click and Tap. Congratulations. Thank you. No questions here. Sorry. Oh, just want to say I enjoy your MK videos, and I always hit the like button when I watch them. Keep it up. Will do, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Next question. Yes, I'm little. Congrats on 5,000 subs. Thank you very much. Just curious, is there any tips you would give someone trying to grow a gaming channel on YouTube? Now, honestly, I could write multiple books. I could write encyclopedias on growing a gaming YouTube channel, man. To keep it quick, I think some tips that I would give just off the top of my head are learn the basics first and foremost. Learn how to video edit and do Photoshop for thumbnails, right? Like, it's not, you don't have to be some expert, some like cinema creator, right? Like, you don't have to do that. Just learn the basics of editing and Photoshop. That'll take you so much farther than pretty much anything else will in this space. Take the time to learn audio quality. Audio quality is huge and it's very confusing. It makes no sense. But if you take the time to learn audio quality, again, that kind of takes your videos to the next level. And then my last ones would probably just be understand YouTube as a platform, right? Find what people watch, what people click on, why people click on it. How does YouTube determine what gets recommended, what doesn't? Really start to understand the ins and outs of how YouTube works. And finally, just be consistent with something you love, right? Like, if you're playing a game just because a lot of people are playing it or whatever the case is, it's probably not going to stick, right? But if you're playing a game that you love and you could talk about and you're passionate about, then it will stick, regardless of how many people watch it or not. I think those are my my couple quick tips here before I write my book. So be on the lookout for the Flashy book coming out in a few years. I got to write a book on it, but I think those are like the quick, basic ones that'll get you a lot farther than anything else will. Next up is the Wildcard Kid. Congrats, dude. Thank you very much. What is your longest streak in Kombat League? I think my longest win streak in Kombat League was 12, and I got that a very long time ago with Squander Collector. I'll never forget, man. This was years ago. I don't even know how I still remember it, but Squander Collector was the one variation that used the chakram. nobody was using it at this time. And more so, nobody was even playing Collector at this time. So I think I got to a 12 win streak just off the fact that nobody had any idea what my buttons were. And I got away with so many forward 1 lows. It was absolutely ridiculous. But 12 is how much I've gotten. It's my longest streak. All right, a few more questions left. Next up, Sarash. Congrats. Thank you. What's your favorite MK11 character and variation? My favorite MK11 character. That is really tough, man. It really depends on the week that you ask me. I've been all over the place when it comes to like my favorite character, who's my main, this, that, and the other. It doesn't help that I play the entire roster for the videos, but it's very hard for me to pick my favorite MK11 character and variation. The character that I put the most games into was Thunderwave Raiden, so the Storm Cell and the Teleport. But my favorite character to play currently right now is Cabal with the dash cancel and extended hooks and the hook grab for combos. Right now, that's my favorite variation to play. I have the most fun with that. I have the most success with that. But for a long time, it was Noob Saibot. I love the combos, especially with Sickle Snag and the teleports. I really, really like that variation. So it really just depends on the week, man. It depends what character I'm winning with at that time. But those are probably my top 3. Honestly, probably Noob Saibot. Now that I say it out loud, overall, Noob Saibot is my favorite MK11 character. And the variation would be Portals for combos, Sickle Snag for more combos, and then the regular projectile, the high projectile, not the unblockable. Next question up, Trying Counts. What next game would you like NRS to do? And congrats, thank you. Next game I would like NRS to do, I think about this a lot. Personally, I think I want Mortal Kombat 12. What I would love for them to do is either Mortal Kombat style, right? So either 9X or 11, either one. And they take either an anime show or anime characters in that style, or they do Star Wars. Those are my big ones, like anime style, like a Bleach or a Hunter x Hunter or anything like that, because there's just so many different powers and like that in the MK style, like the 2D and all that. I think it would be so sick. Or Star Wars, lightsabers, blasters, force moves. I think it would be really sick. Dude, what does your role in the Colosseum actually mean you do? So for those of you guys that don't know, I do work very closely on the Kolosseum, which is a production company that puts on tournaments run by Mr. Aquaman. If you guys watch any Mortal Kombat 11, you probably know who Mr. Aquaman in the Kolosseum is. And I do work very closely over there. What I do is the entire YouTube channel. If you go to the Kolosseum Studios YouTube channel, I'll link that in the description. That whole YouTube channel, pretty much ever since the past like year and a half, 2 years, is all me. The titles, the thumbnails, the uploads, description, all of that. And then I also do the social media. So the Twitter, anytime there's an event, like we have events Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, right, where we're putting on tournaments, I'm running the live Twitter feed. So if you guys follow the Twitter account of the Kolosseum, when we're running events, you'll see clips, you'll see me tagging players, hype moments, funny moments, and I'll just be tweeting that out as the event goes on. So I run the Twitter and then the YouTube as well. And our final question comes from Hisham. Congratulations, dude. Thank you. I would like to know how you stay focused throughout the match and provide commentary through the whole thing. It's a lot of mental work. This is honestly like one of my favorite compliments to get. I love when people say like, how do you play and commentate so cohesively? Because it was tough. It is tough. It's tough every single time. It requires a lot of focus. I need to kind of be in my own zen-like state, right, to do it. And at first, I was terrible at it, dude. I was so bad at it. But I think after just making 530-something videos of live commentary in Mortal Kombat, I think it started to get a little bit more simpler and kind of more fluid. Not simpler, fluid. It became more natural to me. And what helps with that is just knowing a lot about the game. Like, I could see anything happening in the game, and I could talk about it, right? So I think it just took getting a lot of knowledge about the game and then being confident in my voice. But at the beginning, oh my gosh, dude, there was so many there was so much like dead air where I just wasn't saying anything. But again, it goes back to that first, like, I'm just so happy to be making these videos, and I love making these videos and playing the game. So it all just kind of, it all works very well together, you know? So that wraps up our 5,000 subscriber Q&A. Thank you guys so much for all your questions, and thank you so much for all the support. Any links of anything that I talked about are down below in the description. You can check out my podcast over on Spotify. You can follow the Kolosseum over on YouTube. There's some really cool stuff going on over there. And then, of course, you can also follow me over on Twitter. That link will be in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here's to the next 5,000, and I'll see y'all in the next one.